Morning guys, what's going on? It's me, your online brother Jaspas deck, and welcome back to the vlog. In today's episode, once again, another deck review. But before we start today's deck review, a quick update. I completely forgot to say yesterday when I was doing the dense playing card review that I will be giving away this deck of playing cards. In fact, I'm going to be giving away an entire brick of playing cards that we review on this vlog. Much like the past, much like the true Jaspas deck playing card review form, I'm going to write number 1 on this deck of playing cards to let you guys know that this is deck number 1, and after we reach 12 different deck reviews, the entire brick of deck review playing cards will be sent to one of you lucky guys. For more information on how to get 12 of these decks of playing cards sent to you guys on the house thanks to Base, the new deck order, stick around till the end of the video. In today's deck review, we're going to be looking at another deck of cards from the China Cardistry Con bag of playing cards. In fact, it's this specific deck of playing cards right here. Oh, magic! Today, we're going to be looking at this deck of playing cards. We're going to be looking at PLUM playing cards. The PLUM playing cards feature a matte black surface. It's very comfortable in the hands and feels very premium. And this material choice gives me a very good impression. I really kind of like how this feels in the hand. One slight downside of this decision though is that because of the texture choice of the box, when you have sweaty hands like I do, fingerprints do appear visible on the surface of the box. You can see it right here too. On the front of the box, it has the word May on it, which means plum, and there is what I assume to be a plum tree on the cards. At the bottom of the cards, it shows hearts, spades and diamonds, but no clubs. I assume that the reason for this is because clubs are represented by the plum. The left side of the box, completely clean, no details. The right side of the box, once again, completely clean, no details. On the bottom of the box, where it normally contains company information, there is a company logo right here and the words that say designed in Madison, one of 500 decks of playing cards. So in a way, this does seem to be a moderately rare deck of playing cards. The back of the box is simply quite as minimalist as the rest of the deck box. It has the word plum here with a club right here. I guess that's where this club went, all the way to the back. And it says 8.24-24 ownership right here. Very classy looking design. This sort of looks like Pantone's color palettes, where it's like one tab like this and then it just says the color at the bottom. Pretty cool. Let's open up the cards. Okay, nice. Ooh, that's interesting. You know how most USPCC Legends playing cards and most major deck printing companies would put a slit in the deck right here? This deck actually doesn't have one of those. So when you open the cards up, instead of like opening one like extra tier down, it only opens up like this, which makes taking out the cards just a little bit less neat of a process. The first joker in the deck features hyper thick white borders with an image in the middle and the word May, which is once again plum in Mandarin Chinese. And this picture in the middle features a close-up shot of the lips of a girl. Very nice. The second joker in the deck is a king holding a sword with the words designed in Madison appearing on the sides, just like that. It also comes with one blank card. It'd be hilarious if the entire deck is, oh no, it's blank! Let's set this aside. Instead of coming in the usual order that a USPCC deck of playing cards comes in, this deck actually has the King of Diamonds as the first card on the face of the deck. The King of Diamonds is all in a single color, and the design in general has been minimized to create a much cleaner looking design. Queen of Diamonds, Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, and Ace. Oh wow, look at that, a super gigantic diamond pip in the middle of the Ace of Diamonds with a plum that goes across the entire diamond. Move along to the Ace of Hearts. Ooh, oddly the Ace of Hearts actually doesn't have one of those plums going across it. I wonder what that means. King. A King of Clubs, instead of being in black, is in brown. Interesting. Now I wonder what the Ace of Clubs would look like. 3, 2, and... what? The Ace of Clubs actually has the word playing cards at the bottom with a word plum in red at the top. I'm actually pretty surprised that this Ace of Clubs isn't like overgrown with plums. I feel like that's a missed opportunity. King of Spades, Queen, Jack. Now the Ace of Spades. Is there going to be a plum going across the Ace of Spades? No. It's just simply a giant spade. So for some reason, the designers of this deck of playing cards actually decided to make the Ace of Diamonds more special than the other aces in the deck. I'm not very sure why, because I don't think this is a cultural thing. I think even in China, the spades cards tend to be the biggest cards in most card games. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's the designer's personal interest or personal taste, personal liking for the diamonds design. The backs of the plum playing cards is where this deck gets really interesting. At first glance, it looks like your typical design at the top, design at the bottom of the deck kind of deck of playing cards. But where this deck really gets interesting is in the middle, right here. You see, to me, Plum Playing Cards has a really interesting deck design. Not only does it have a giant white border that goes across the entire back like this, not only is that white border thicker than even the white borders that go around the deck, and not only is this deck's white border thicker than most modern playing cards today, the designer of this deck actually went out of his way to add the white word plum here and here to create a one-way back design. Let's take half of the deck, turn it around, furrow it inwards. Looking at it like this, we'll be able to tell if there are any other one-way features of the deck. And the answer is no. Riffling through the cards like this, we can see that only the text of the word plum over here moves when we go from card to card. The branch of the plum itself doesn't change at all. One very interesting thing that I noticed after furrowing the cards is that I realized that the cards weren't cut completely squared. If you look right here, you can see that the cards are actually taller than shorter than taller than shorter. And this is not because I didn't square the deck. In fact, it's because I squared the deck, I can realize that that's the way the cards have been cut. To me, this means that this deck is probably produced by the USPCC, even though it doesn't appear anywhere on the legal print on the box. However, as far as I know, USPCC doesn't seem to print 500 deck runs, which makes me very curious where this deck is from. Only one way to find out. Yep, that's the smell of USPCC. The deck fans exactly as you would expect of USPCC playing cards. Snappiness of the cards are as sturdy as you would expect of USPCC. Yeah, this is definitely USPCC playing cards. Huh. I didn't know they did 500 deck prints. Enough with the conspiracy theories. I'm more interested in how this giant white bar affects how the cards look in Cardistry. Let's go into our usual squeeze. Whoa, that's quite interesting looking. How about in a pirouette? Oh, in my opinion, in a pirouette, this giant white bar that goes across the middle definitely creates a very interesting visual effect. However, I think the beauty of this white bar actually comes more from in packet cards. I'm very surprised. Let's check it out in a spring. Whoa, there's some very interesting visual effects. In a fan, however, this white bar that goes across the entire thing doesn't reach far enough, high enough in the cards to appear in the fan. That's honestly pretty interesting because when designing playing cards, it seems to be easiest to create designs that affect cards and how they look like in a fan. And after that, it also tends to be easier to design cards that look good in pirouettes. But this deck does neither of those very well. Instead, this deck seems to excel in looking good in two-handed cards. That's a very interesting and weird situation to find a deck in. After playing with these cards a little bit more, I actually realized that the corners right here are rounded instead of sharp corners, which makes this deck of playing cards, the design especially in this corner of the playing cards and this corner as well, feel very weird and very dated. Compare that against the corners right here, which are completely and perfectly sharp, much like the other one down there. I find that very weird. I think it might be just me, it might just be my personal taste in design language for playing cards, but I much prefer a sharp corner like this than a rounded corner like that. You know, I could sit here and play with these cards and look at my hands and look at how the cards look like in my hands all day. The giant white bar in the middle of the playing cards makes cards look so interesting, and it makes displays in the hands look so big and multiple and like massively populated. But ultimately, because of the way this deck is cut and because of the slight unevenness of the white borders around here and in the middle, it makes this deck of playing cards a little bit awkward to use. And this feeling in my heart is especially multiplied and especially strong because this deck of playing cards comes in only a 500 deck print run. So instead of being a cardistry deck of playing cards, I would think of this deck of playing cards more of as a collector's deck of playing cards. The silhouette of the design is very unique. The concept of the design is also very unique. The faces of the cards are a little bit less exciting than what I would have hoped for, but all in all, I think this is a great collector's deck of playing cards. Putting the cards back in the deck box makes me very confused once again. The cards definitely smell, feel like, and have the problems of an uneven cutting that happens to appear in USPCC cards sometimes. But the box itself is really premium feeling, really high quality, other than the fact that it doesn't have the slit on the side, which makes me think that the box might be made in a place that is different from the cards. The cards themselves, probably USPCC playing cards, but the box itself, I think it might be made in China somewhere. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's our quick look at Plum playing cards. There'll be more deck reviews coming up in the days to come. Look forward to that. Also, don't forget that this brick of playing cards, this brick of upcoming deck review playing cards will be given to you guys somewhere in the world, free of charge, shipped on the house from the new deck order. Thank you guys very much for watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye bye. What do you mean I was supposed to tell you how to get entered into the giveaway? I've already written how to get entered into the giveaway on the screen quite a few times now in this video. Good luck finding the clues. Bye bye.